guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Danielle, and today I just wanted to hop on and I wanted to show you all of my highlighters. I want to kind of try and start decluttering. I have to make room in the area where I keep my makeup in the bathroom. And this is one of the easier categories because I don't have a ton really in comparison to like some other people. I feel like it's not a place I try and like tick certain boxes, like a champagne powder highlight, a liquid highlight, you know, whatever. So I don't have too many, but I wanted to go through all of them, and I think I have an idea of what I can get rid of just from looking at it. It probably won't be a ton, but I just wanted to show you everything I have, and then maybe if you were thinking about one or the other, it might help you with your purchase in the future. But that's sort of why we're here today, and let's jump into it. Whew, gotta roll my sleeves up, it's getting warm. I'm about to get down to business. So I guess it's probably easiest to start. I only have two drugstore highlighters. One I can tell you I'm gonna get rid of right off the bat. This isn't even technically a highlighter. I think this is supposed to be like a sort of sparkly blush or like a high shimmer blush. It's from e.l.f. It came for free with like an e.l.f. order I placed online. I haven't used this. I never am gonna use this. It's like you can't even really tell what it looks like. But I don't want this, so I could give this to a friend. I also have the Essence Pure Nude highlighter, the original one, Be My Highlight. I love this. I haven't used this in a while. I gotta like crack this back out again, but let's see if you can. It's really, you can kind of make it subtle or not subtle. Ooh, it's there. You're not gonna, swatches aren't really gonna happen today. But I do really like that, so I'm gonna keep that guy. I guess we'll just go through powders. Oh, I think I might get rid of this too. This is sort of a maybe. This is the Bare Minerals Invisible Glow in the shade Medium. This was sort of handed down to me. It looks like this inside. It kind of has a little bit of marbling. It's really pretty. It's a really nice subtle highlight. It just, I feel like I have other things and I never reach for this. It has a little bit of micro glitter in there. These are all very much like the same tone, kind of a peachy, oof. Like they have a peachiness to them. This is not the lighting for swatches today, especially of a really subtle product, sorry. Yeah, not the biggest fan of that. The rest of my powders, it's sort of, we'll go through the last thing that I already kind of tell I can declutter. This Bare Minerals Pure Radiance Loose Powder. This is probably old. Actually, I think I also got this from the same friend of mine that I got that other Bare Minerals from. That's what it is. Oh, because it hasn't even been opened. So maybe I just won't open it and I will pass this on to somebody else. It literally had like the paper in it and everything. So that's an easy one. And then some other powders. So I have two Becca highlights. I've talked about this one before. This sort of split champagne pop and blush that was like from when they originally launched this with Jaclyn Hill. I had no idea who she was. I had no idea what this is, but obviously I've hit pan on the champagne pops that I love this highlighter. It's so old, but I will keep it until that runs out. I don't care. And then I have this mini, I'm gonna just sort of half put it open because it's broken, but this mini of Opal from Becca that I do use from time to time. We'll put that in a maybe pile. I guess it's messed up. I used to keep that at my boyfriend's apartment to have like a powder highlight there, but I don't anymore, so I could probably get rid of it. It also is very similar in tone to this newish RMS highlighter I got in Scarlet Peach. This color was limited to the Savannah Peach collection, but the formula is so nice. If you're interested in these new RMS powder highlights, it's really beautiful. I didn't really think that this would be the product that I loved from this collection, but it definitely is the standout for me. It has like a warmer peachy bronze. God, why am I even trying? There's no point. But it does have this like warm peachy bronze, like kind of hue to it. That is quite nice. Okay, powders. Oh, I also have this other little mini Winky Lux Charm holographic highlighter. It doesn't say what shade this is, but this has like a pink shift to it. Let's see if I put it on my finger if you can see. It looks pretty white, but it has like that pink undertone. This one actually I might be able to even swatch because it's a lot more loud. You can almost tell that there's like a pinkiness to that. This was a gift from a friend of mine who did an event with Winky Lux, and I don't have anything else like this, so I just like to keep that to have something with like a little bit of that colored shift to it. And then I have this Chanel highlight, what's it actually called? Powder Lumiere highlighting powder in warm gold. I can't remember if this shade was limited or not. I feel like it, I can't remember, but it kind of is like a, this one you can actually tell more in the pan what the shade looks like. It's like a warmy gold, kind of rose gold highlight. Let's see what we can see. You can't tell, but I do like it. This formula is nice. It's really powdery, but it is nice overall. I would, if I found like an amazing other shade, I would think about buying something in this, although it's not like my absolute favorite. Two more powders. We have the single of the, this is also loose, so I'm not really gonna open it, my Pat McGrath Fine Gold No. 3 pigment. So this now comes in a trio from Pat McGrath with the gold, the pink, and the bronze. I love this. I've talked about it on my channel, I think several times before, but it has these gold, I guess glitter is almost in them. They're so, it's so stunning. Look at that. Oh, and I don't even like blinding highlight, but you can make this, I'm actually not even wearing any highlight. I could do it with, you can make it subtle if you need to, but it's still like, wow. I love this so much. But see, once it's like gone down, you can tell it just leaves almost like, glitter is like the wrong word, but it's like specks of shimmer. I don't know quite how to vocalize it, but I do love that highlight. It actually vaguely reminds me of this kind of newer Marc Jacobs Omega glaze from the like runway collection called Worth the Wait. This is limited edition, I believe. This is almost like the lighter version of this. It looks pretty white there, but it has like, I'll put it next to the Pat McGrath. It definitely has like a goldish undertone, but it's more of like a white shimmer. But on the cheeks, it definitely gives, I guess I'll do it on this side since we didn't put that much. It definitely gives off like a gold, ooh, blinding. Like a little bit of a gold vibe. I don't quite know. It's not really translating in my swatch, but this Sephora accidentally sent to me if you watch my Sephora haul, and I've actually been enjoying it. I've been using it a lot with a super light hand because it is, you know, a pretty intense highlight. So then hey guys, sorry, hopping in here, editing Danielle now, realizing that I know I acknowledged that you can't see any of my swatches in the video, but there's really no point in watching it if you can't see the swatches. So I went through and swatched. I'll insert the footage now, all of the powders, and then after the creams I'll do this as well, but they are in order of how I talked about them. So we have the e.l.f., the Essence, the Bare Minerals pressed powder, Becca Champagne Pop, Becca Opal, the RMS highlight, the Winky Lux pink highlight, the Chanel warm gold highlight, the Pat McGrath gold highlight, and the Marc Jacobs highlight. So then we have creams and gels and sticks and things of that nature. I'll do my 2 sticks first. I do have the stick that came with the Pat McGrath from the original launch that it looks bougier now. So one end is a highlighting stick. So this is also in the gold shade, and the other end is just a balm. Frankly, I don't use this as much. I would never get rid of it. And some people love this highlight. It just isn't, I've never quite been able to get it to do what I wanted to do, but it is a nice kind of subtle, it's down here, stick highlight. I do use it from time to time. It's just not my favorite. But in comparison, I have the Glossier Haloscope in Quartz, which is like a very different color scheme. The Quartz is that like lighter tone there, and there's the gold Pat McGrath. So it is nice to have like those two like different shades of a stick highlighter, a cream highlighter. So I will keep both of those for now, at least. I also have the Marc Jacobs Dewdrops, the original Do You Dewdrops. I guess the shade is Do You. I'm gonna take the time, or I'm even gonna take what's like on the cap, because this gets really intense really quickly. If you haven't played with these before, these give a really beautiful finish, but it is not subtle. It is quite a lot. Ooh, this part on the cap was like kind of crusty, so maybe I shouldn't have used that. But just to get an idea of the shade, I mean, you can't even catch it because as soon as the light's hitting it, it's just like reflecting. Like, it's insane, but it's a really beautiful champagne color. It's great. I like to use that for events and like weddings and stuff. It's actually kind of similar in tone to my Glossier Night Shine Highlighter Concentrate. I have, what's this one called again? Like Platinum Rose. I love this. This is like probably my most used product from the Glossier Play line. This is definitely a little pinkier than the Dewdrops. It's it's right there. Let's see if it'll show up on the camera. Nope. But oh, it's so nice. It kind of has an oily texture, like in the best way. Oof, I love that. You can make it subtle, you can make it a little louder, but it's really great. And then the last thing, this is the last, I have is my RMS Beauty Luminizer X Quad. So this has 4 of their luminizer shades in here. None of these are like living luminizer, but this one is pretty similar. So there's Luminizer X, Luminizer Nude, Champagne Fizz, and Champagne Rosé. Same thing. To be honest, I don't use this as much as I thought that I would when I purchased it, obviously. If I'm gonna use a cream like this, I do kind of like to use a stick. Like the Glossier Halo Scope is a really similar formula, and it's just I don't have to get as much of my fingers in it. But it is super pretty in the summer when you want kind of a glistening, wet looking highlight. So I am gonna hang on to that just because I do like the formula, and it is nice to have a couple different colors. I've traveled with this, and I do like it from time to time. Now for the creams, we have the Pat McGrath Gold Cream Stick. The first one is the gold, the highlight side, and the other one is the balm side. Next is the Glossier Halo Scope in quartz. Then we have Marc Jacobs Dewdrops in Do You. The Glossier Night Shine in Platinum Rose. And then the 4 shades from the RMS Luminizer Quad. So in order, that's Luminizer X, Luminizer Nude, Champagne Fizz, and Champagne Rosé. So that's my entire collection. So to recap, the things that we're probably ditching today are this loose Bare Minerals, this Bare Minerals Invisible Glow, this e.l.f. sort of shimmery blush, and I guess it's time to just get rid of this Becca Broken Opal like free 100-point perk situation. I definitely have enough highlighters. So that was more than I expected. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. If you have any questions about any of the products I talked about, feel free to leave a comment. I'm happy to jump in there and sort of answer questions about any products you've been thinking about getting or having trouble using or anything that nature. And yeah, I might try and hop on and do some of these with other parts of my collection in the coming weeks. So if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video to see more videos from me. And that's it. Have a great day, guys. Bye.